Hey y'all, welcome to Sunshine Haze. I am Aja A. As you see cards on your screen, you know it's time for a new moon tarot forecast. This time around we are doing the new moon in Leo. It's a new moon in Leo. Leo lunar cycle. So if you want some information or some more insight on what that means as far as the energies that we'll be dealing with is concerned, go on and check out the video that I have up on the new moon in Leo and the partial solar eclipse. It's a very crazy transformative time for us, by the way, guys. Speaking of eclipses, I also have an eclipse series. We just had a full moon in Aquarius and a total lunar eclipse a couple weeks ago. If you guys want to check that out, go on and check that out as well. I've got hella retrograde videos up because we've got hella retrogrades going on right now. We actually do have a Mercury retrograde in Leo. I've got a video on that, y'all. What else can I plug before as I'm shuffling? I also have summer solstice tarot forecast up as well. This particular reading that I'm doing today will be looking at, the energies that you'll be dealing with from mid-August to mid-September, which sounds really crazy because can y'all believe the summer is actually like almost over already? But if you want some insight on, the whole summer, what is that? Gemini. That's the crone, and it came up reversed. And I'm not, this is a new deck for me, and I haven't pulled all the cards yet, so sometimes I do have to, I gotta be like, what does that mean? But I hadn't really started placing intentions here yet. Anyway, so, what was I saying? Check out all the videos that I just plugged. Just watch all my videos. Watch the Summer Solstice Tarot forecast that has to do with your energies for the entire summer. So June, July, August, and September. And yeah, as always, this is going to be a typical 5-card spread for the new moon and tarot forecast. Why do I keep saying that? The new moon and tarot. The new moon in Leo forecast. Going to be looking at the energies coming in for you guys during this time. Gemini, oh, by the way, this video is for Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, and Gemini Rising. If you feel like what I'm saying is not resonating with you, that means this video probably ain't for you. So go on and check out your Moon or Rising sign, because one of those may actually have the message for you this time around, okay? But anyways, as I was saying, energy coming in for you, any crossing energies. Ooh, you got the one, Ace of Earth. Any crossing energies, because we are talking about Leo this time around, we're going to be looking at where is your style being cramped, Gemini, and then also where do you need to show off, what do you need to be showcasing right now. And then as always, a little soul message for you guys, a higher self, higher spirit, higher whatever, spirit message, whatever you want to call it, something extra for you to take away with you from this particular reading, Gemini. All right, what is in store for Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, Gemini Rising, Leo moon cycle, mid-August to mid-September. All right, let's go on and cut the deck here. Bothers me when that stuff happens. That just bothered me so much. All right. All right, Gemini. How did I teach Gemini? What's popping for y'all with this Leo lunar cycle? What do you got down there? You have got the Ace of Earth coming up for you guys in the position of what type of energy are you going to be working with, dealing with during this Leo lunar cycle? Oops, sorry y'all. I'm trying to do a whole bunch at this time. I'm trying to work on a script. I'm trying to upload the other tarot forecasts and record this video at the same time. And my laptop has like baby space. And I just saw that it said it couldn't copy the file. But you gonna copy it today, know that. And now it's copying. There we go. All right, sorry y'all. So you got the Ace of Earth coming up. in the position of the energy coming in for you for this Leo lunar cycle. And as with any ace card, this points to new beginnings, and we're talking about earth cards, so we're the earth element, so we're talking about, our foundations, our money, our careers, just foundational things like relationships sometimes. Excuse me. And so this card coming up in your reading is pointing to something new coming in for you in the physical. It points to new beginnings. It also points to change. This is also a card that points to, financial abundance, material gain, and success. You know what I'm saying? So this is a bomb card to have coming up in this spread. This is also a card that points to, planning for the future, planning for things that are yet to come, as far as, how to get to the point of all of the good shit that I just mentioned. The message that I get for this card, Gemini, is almost like not a beware, but like a be careful, if that makes sense. So Gemini, you guys are Geminis. You are the air sign. Y'all be doing one thing one day and something completely different the next. This is a card of practicality, which sometimes y'all don't resonate with that energy. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. You guys are very creative. You've got very active imaginations and active minds. So you guys are always doing something different. But this Ace of Earth card is a card that resonates with the energy of practicality, and we're talking about, planning for the future. So the energy coming in for you during this Leo lunar cycle, this card coming up is saying, okay, Gemini, this is going to be a time spent where you are really making plans, maybe not necessarily making moves, but making plans that you are setting up for your future. So these may not be plans that are coming into play right now, but these are plans that you're setting up for your future. And with this card popping up, this is also like okay, beware, Gemini, about the plans that you're making, about the actions that you're taking. Think very, very, very carefully, practicality, think very carefully about the things that you were trying to set up for yourself. So whatever foundations that you're trying to build for yourself right now, this card coming up is saying, Gemini, you need to take a step back, tap into your air energy, the balanced portion of your air energy, and say, okay, are these the choices that I need to be making? Are these the moves that I need to be making? Did I do what I was supposed to do here? Or did I just put myself into some shit that I don't really need to be in? Or, what should I be doing? Am I doing it right? That is Ace of Earth energy. You need to really be thinking about the moves that you're making, Gemini. And you need to be practical about it. You guys, you have the emotions card crossing you. So what I'm going to say is, Gemini, something is going on for you during this month that you are either, one, very emotionally invested in, or thinking that you're very emotionally invested in. You guys are Gemini, so for the Geminis that I know, and just knowing what I know about Gemini energy, sometimes y'all think y'all be feeling certain things, and you're really not. You're feeling it for the moment, but it's not something that's going to last. And I think I said this in the last video, like there may be something that you're dealing with that you feel like is a forever thing, and that could be a career, because you've got the Ace of Earth here. That could be a relationship, because that is a foundation. And I say could be a relationship because you've got the emotion card crossing it. That's the only reason I say that could be a relationship, Gemini. But I get relationship vibes from this reading. This is a general reading, but I read what comes out through the cards. So this card popping up is saying, okay, you may be in something that you feel like you should be building upon or growing, or like trying to sow seeds so that it can grow. But this card is saying, okay, Gemini, like that's cool and all, but be very careful. Is this the little seed that you need to be watering? You know what I'm saying? Is this a plan that you needed to put in place? Is this a foundation that you really need to be building upon, or do you need to be doing something else? That's the message that I get for that card for y'all. And I get that once you sit and you actually think about these particular things, Gemini, that you will be able to tap into this Ace of Earth energy and that abundant and very positive energy associated with that card. But For a lot of you, I think there's something there, Gemini, that you may be lending your energy to that you just should not be lending your energy to. And I got that very strongly in y'all's last reading. I get it very strongly in this reading. And like I said, this reading is general. It may not be for everybody, but if you're watching this video and you feel like I'm speaking to your soul directly, I went in on Aries in their video. I'm like, listen, y'all watch my last video, so you know what's good. You don't be, you know what I'm saying? So if you've been watching my videos, Gemini, and you're still in this situation, I don't know what to tell you. But Saturn is in Capricorn, okay? And if you don't break that shit down, Saturn will do it for you, and it's not gonna be pretty. But there's just something like there's something that you need to reconsider. That's the message that I get from this Ace of Earth, and it says you need to reconsider it because the path that you may be trying to take could actually fuck up your whole life, Gemini. I very strongly get that message for you guys. There's something that you think is for you and it's not for you, but you think so strongly about it. That path could really fuck you up. Just keep that in mind. Be very mindful about the things that you're trying to build upon and think about, am I supposed to be building upon this, or is this some bullshit? Do I need to do something different? The message that I get for you, Gemini, is whatever I'm talking about is some bullshit. You need to be doing something different. Okay, the next card that you have coming up in your spread, is the emotions card. And you've got the emotions card, as the crossing energy. And Gemini, this is what I get for this. So the emotions card is what it says it is. It's a card that has everything to do with your emotions. This card typically says it's okay to feel, it's okay to live your life through feeling. But because I was telling y'all about how there's some new beginning that, like, there's a new beginning coming in for you, but there's aspects to it that you don't need to carry with you. The emotions card coming up as a crossing card, Gemini, tells me whatever I'm talking about with this card is something that you are emotionally invested in. It is an earth card, it is a new foundation, but it's something that you've put some energy into, or you've put some love into, or something of the sort. You've put your heart into it. And because you are Geminis, you actually probably already have had the thought that this shit ain't for me, but that other part of you is like, oh no, but it is. This emotions card crossing, y'all. You're going to be dealing with understanding that whatever I was talking about, taking heed to, like, just being very mindful about, you're going to understand it, and you're going to see why you need to be mindful about it, or why you may not need to go down that path. But your emotional investment in whatever it is going to be putting you into a position to where you're like, okay, but I love you, or like, okay, but I love doing this. So Gemini, you're going to have to come out of that, unfortunately. These emotions that you got carrying around with you that are, when we start dealing with people in situations where we just put our hearts and our souls into it, people take advantage of it. And that can be into a sense to where they start to use you for their own personal gain, where they start to use your resources, to where they start to use you as an accessory, like whatever, or they may overwork you, just depending on whatever it is that you put your heart and soul into with this emotions card. And a lot of times when we're emotionally invested, unfortunately, we don't see what's truly going on outside of us. We don't see that we're being taken advantage of. We don't see that this person or this job only wants us because this is what we have to offer, not for who we truly are, what we truly bring to the table, but to what type of monetary, what type of physical shit we can bring in for them. This emotions card is saying, Gemini, you on one hand are very emotionally invested in whatever it is that you're trying to build upon. But the other party, whether it's a person or a situation, is not the feelings that you have or that you believe are genuine, and they are in this moment. Their feelings are not reciprocated. It's not the same. The vibration, the energy is not the same. The energy is not, I get very strong, like, be careful. And that's kind of the voice of the Ace of Earth. And then that emotions card crossing that Eight of Earth is saying, maybe not this one, maybe not this place, maybe not this time, my G. So just keep that in mind, okay, Gemini? The next card that you've got coming up in your spread is the Daughter of Wands, and that is the Page of Wands in this deck, and that's in the position of what's crossing you, what's holding you back. For a lot of these Leo readings, I haven't been picking up on people for court cards, but I'm going to go on and read, because you have 2 court cards in here. I'm going to go on and tell you the definitions. Interpret these cards for you with that court card meaning and the energetic meaning. So the Daughter of Wands is in the position of what is cramping your style, Gemini. If we are talking about a person, this could be a younger woman, somebody with a more fresh, or more vibrant, or a more immature energy of the fire element. So a Leo, Sag, Aries. Not necessarily, they don't have to necessarily be a Leo, Sag, or Aries, but they could have a lot of those placements in their chart, or they could just resonate with a lot of fire energy. They might have a very fiery personality. If we're talking about a person, this is literally, physically somebody that is actually holding you back from building upon the things that you need to build upon, and inserting themselves in a way that I almost want to say makes them an integral part of whatever this is, but they actually shouldn't and don't need to be a part of that. Now, on the other hand, if we're talking about the Daughter of Wands, and the Page cards typically just carry the energy, they embody the energy for that element. So the Page of Wands, the Daughter of Wands, carries a very fiery, a very passionate, a very driven energy. If this is an energy and we're not talking about a person, this is saying that your drive and your passion is actually what's kind of cramping your style. And because of the cards that you have before this, I'm not going to say your drive for the things that you want to do. I'm going to say your passion for whatever the situation or the person is what is cramping your style. Your emotional investment into whatever this whatever this Ace of Earth is that you're trying to build upon, is actually what's holding you back, because you're not supposed to be building upon it with that person, or with that situation, or with that job, or with whatever it is that you've been putting your energy into. Think you're actually supposed to do away with it and build on things yourself with your own vision, your own mind. That makes sense. Kind of like a solo mission, if that makes sense. The next card that you guys have coming up for you in this spread is in the position of where do you need to show up and show out. And you've got the Sun of Pentacles. And now the Sun cards, or the Knight cards, are cards that come in with opportunities or messages, or literally could be a person coming in with an energy for you. This is another court card. And if we're talking about a person, a younger, more vibrant, or less mature or less developed, because we are talking about the earth element here. Pentacles energy, so again, foundations, finances, sometimes relationships, living situations. Sun of Pentacles, so that's coming up in the position of where do you need to show up and show out. So if we're talking about a person, like I said, a male, doesn't necessarily have to be a male, but it most likely would be, with a lot of Pentacles energy, or puts out Pentacles energy, earth energy, or they could actually be a Capricorn, a Taurus, or a Virgo. If we're talking about a person, this could actually be somebody that you need to kind of link up with, who can lend you some of this earth energy. You guys are air signs, and you've got fire energy, and you've got fire energy crossing you, crossing your earth energy. So there may actually be an earth sign person, or somebody with a lot of earth in their chart, that you just need to be around to pick up a little bit on their energy and to pick up on their practical mind, because they can probably actually help you with this Ace of Earth, okay? Now, on the other hand, this is saying where you need to show up and show out. The Son of Pentacles is the baby version of the King of Pentacles, of the Father of Pentacles. And the Father of Pentacles is somebody who just has his shit together. The Son of Pentacles is somebody who's developing into being a person that has their shit together, has a plan, has everything played out. What this card is saying to me, Gemini, is that you guys are air, y'all are Geminis. Like I was saying earlier in the video, sometimes y'all be all over the place, and especially with whatever this is going on right here, y'all. It seems like y'all might be a little all over the place with this particular situation. The Sun of Pentacles is saying, okay, Gemini, you're going to need to really tap into some of that earth energy. And this doesn't necessarily mean you need to show it off to the world, but kind of show it off to yourself. And I've had a couple of videos where it's been like, oh, this is more so for you in this position. This is kind of more so for you in this position, Gemini. This is saying you need to tap into that earth energy. You need to tap into the planning. But this is almost saying you need to, instead of with the plan that you have, which would be King of Pentacles, instead of the plan that you think you had, you need to step back a little bit and reevaluate your plan, and make sure that you set it up in a way that will be beneficial to you. The Son of Pentacles is almost giving you like a second opportunity to go back and think about these things, and to kind of go back and release yourself. Use that air energy and detach from your emotions for a second, to release yourself from whatever attachments these are, and whatever challenges and obstacles these are, okay? Now, the last card that I have coming up for y'all in this spread is the 5 of Air. Whew, I was winded. I don't know why I'm so winded. I be winded like I be running marathons, but I don't. The 5 of Air is a card of illusion. And it's a card of illusion outside of you, and it's a card of illusion within yourself. So, Gemini, tough love. A lot of y'all is getting tough love readings this time around. The last video I got to do is Cancer, and I hope my video is nice and no tough love. This is coming up in your soul position, your soul message position. I was talking to you guys about, you being ready to start on something new, but needing to think about all that you're including into that new journey. And the 5 of Air is confirming for me, Gemini, what I was saying about there possibly being somebody that is deceptive, or possibly being something that's going on that you're just not, or something is just not as it seems. I get like 7 of Cups energy for this spread, although you actually don't have any water energy in here, but like the meaning for the 7 of Cups is resonating very heavily with this spread for me. Everything is not as it seems, Gemini. The 5 of Air is, like I said, it's the deceptive card. It's a deception around you, deception within you. So, Gemini, what are you lying to yourself about? What are you forcing yourself to believe about this situation that makes you want to make this all a part of your situation? What lies are you telling yourself? What lies are being told to you that make you believe that this is something that you need to be dealing with? Gemini, this is a time you're going to have to be a little honest with yourself, because we are under the Leo lunar energy. It's all about doing shit that actually serves us and serves our highest good. So whatever little weird shit is going on over here is not doing you any good, Gemini. And the longer that you hold on to it, or that you continue involving yourself in these situations, or doing whatever work that you've been doing that you really shouldn't really be lending any more of your any more of your energy into, until you do away with that shit, like, you're gonna be blind. You're gonna be wearing this blindfold. You're gonna be walking through life like thinking everything is okay. But Gemini, this is all about Leo energy, all about serving the self. So certain things, and if things are breaking down, or if things are starting to seem a little shifty or a little shady, it's because they're not for you. It's not serving you. You don't need to be dealing with it, okay? This card is also saying, like I said, Gemini, what are you lying to yourself about? What are you telling yourself about this situation that you're trying to bring into play? That is making, like I said, that's making you feel like, okay, this is the way to go. Because the cards that are here are telling me, Gemini, whatever you are currently involved in, or whatever you're currently doing, like, yeah, it's cool. It could bring you something good, but it's not for you, and you're just trying to force it. It's like you're trying to force it, or something outside of you is trying to force it, and you're just kind of oblivious to it. So just be mindful of the people that you keep around you. Be mindful of the shit that you're involved in. Just be very, very careful. Yep. In the World, you got the World on the bottom of the deck, which is one of my confirmation cards. It is, and it's a card about cycles and about transformation. It's also a karmic card. I was picking up very strongly on like karmic situations for this reading, but y'all know, whoo, there it is. The 7 of Cups. There it is. All right, Jen, I ain't even gonna say nothing else. Listen, if you feel like you need a more personal or in-depth reading, book me through my Etsy shop, or send me an email, or contact me on Instantgo. If you like this video, I know it was a little bit of tough love, but if you like this video, yep. And that's the Sun in reverse. I guess it would be the Sun. Oh, the Sun in reverse came out for you guys. I'm just saying. Whew. And there's the Three of Swords. Sun in reverse. Seven of Cups. And the Three of Swords. Gemini, what do you think that means? Something is being hidden from you, and you're not gonna fuck with it when you find out what it is, or it's gonna take a toll on you, make you feel a little sad. But Gemini, you know what's good. You know it's time to, you know it's karmic or whatever. You know it's not something that you really need to be involved in anymore. And there was the High Priestess, another one of my confirmation cards. Like I said, I ain't saying nothing else. If you want a personal reading, book me. Whoo! And I think some of y'all Geminis might need to book me. If you liked the video, like I said, although it was tough love, go on and hit that little thumbs up button for me down below. If you have any questions or comments, long as they're positive, spread love, go on and drop them down there as well. I'm on my channel literally like every day, so I will respond to you. If you have any Gemini friends that you feel like might need to listen or watch this video, especially if you got any Gemini friends that you've been like, listen, I done told you you don't need to be doing that shit, and they just not listening, go on and send them this video. And what else, y'all? What else? Like, comment, subscribe. If you're still listening to me talk 26 minutes in, go on and hit that subscribe button so you can keep up when I put out new videos of when I'm talking to y'all about y'all's lives. And yeah, I think that's it. Go on and check out all them other videos I plugged at the beginning. I do have 2 tarot sales going on currently for eclipses and retrogrades. They are both half off, and the only way that you can book those half off prices are through my Etsy channel. So you can get an eclipse reading for the sale price until the end of the month, and you can get a retrograde reading for any planet in retrograde when it is in retrograde, okay? All right, y'all, thank you so much for watching. I will see y'all next time.